My name is Chloe Johnson. I tell people I'm a Plano Texan. I grew up in Plano, north of Dallas, lived there most of my life until I ventured down this way. So I call myself a lucky lady because I've got to do so many things that have been just fun. I loved working. My very first job was at Collins Radio, and they got a job. This is how I remember. I don't know if it's true or not, but I got a job at Collins Radio Company, and I was so pleased, my very first job. And then they got a contract with NASA, so they built Alpha Corporation. So I was the very first employee for Alpha Corporation, and I was the only female in the entire building with all of those engineers. And of course, I did all of the typing, had no idea what I was typing, but it must have been important because they sent me to Chicago for security clearance. So I now have a clearance of crypto top secret. And I didn't have any idea what the documents were, but I typed them all, and sometimes they were on a deadline, and I got to type all day and all night. But then I could go home and go to sleep. So it was a good experience. I enjoyed it. I always wondered about NASA, and now I'm down here. I think I really would like to find a time and go and actually do some sightseeing. So, yeah. But they sent me to Chicago to go through clearance training. And I thought it was so interesting. Here in my office, all of these big locks were on every single drawer. The lady that was doing the presentation wore those high heels that we used to wear. She took off the heel, held the lock in her hand, and did that, and popped it open. There I thought I was so safe that no one could ever get into my files. But she did it in like 2 seconds. So I made sure I wore the high heels in the future. In case I forgot the combination, all I had to do was this. But I don't think it was unusual for me that these brilliant minds that they hired really didn't know the normal things like I had a toolbox, and they didn't know what all the different tools were, things that children use, and they didn't even know that. So it was interesting, a new learning experience for me.
What did you do in the rest of your life after NASA? What did you do?
What have I done in my life? Oh, I wanted to see the world, so I put my backpack on and took off by myself. And if you're a little old lady with gray hair, man, everybody rolls out the red carpet for you. It is so fabulous to travel alone. So, I just went around the world. My addiction is dancing, so I found where the best dancers were, and I did a lot of fun times for me as well. The dance I like is like South Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They do the shag. Houston does the whip. Dallas does the push. Those are my 3 favorite. So the music just moves you. You can't sit still. You just go. And so I had to learn the men's part because there were not enough men. So I got to lead everybody. And occasionally someone would come and I'd get to follow. But I'm lucky. Your feet just follow, you don't have to worry. I have one daughter, and she and I are the only 2 left in our family. Susie lives in Lamarck, and this was the closest place. So this way we get to do things every week, fun things. We go and do things and just enjoy this time of our life. So, I'm very grateful to have that. And then to get to be here at the Grand, it's really that. It's absolutely grand. I was in my room thinking, okay, now what I really like? And there's nothing. I mean, the food is delicious. People are very friendly and welcoming. And interesting. I mean, there's somebody here that has done everything, so you could just have lunch with a different person every day and get to know them. So, lucky me.